Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of Crusader Kings 3 where, well, I was about to say things are going quite well. We're expanding in parts of France, we're expanding up in the British Isles, and we're looking to help with crusades down in the Malachite of Al-Sark. But as I was setting up to record today, I thought I'd just have a look at the world map. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, West Slavia, Carpathia, Croatia, the Byzantine Empire. Then I scroll out and I found the Mongol Empire, which has taken over pretty much all of this part of the map. He has nearly 100,000 troops. The Persian Empire is also very strong. And you've also got the Hashemid Empire as well. Some very strong empires pushing in from the east. And I don't know if really anyone's going to be able to stop them. The only people that might be able to stop them is the Holy Roman Empire under Kaiser Jakob. But it doesn't fill me with much hope. We might need to send a crusade over that way. But we're mid-crusade, so let's get on with that crusade so we can hopefully try to get to the next crusade as quickly as possible. Send our troops down towards Al-Sark where they need to be, because we want to get this crusade on as quickly as possible, really. We just want to contribute, because at this rate, we're not going to get anything, let alone have our beneficiary claim the top spot. Meanwhile, I want to look at my soldiers, because I want to get another group of light footmen. And of course we are still going with our legend as well. My court musician, Andrea, greets me at court this morning, eager with news on the tip of her tongue. I believe your vassal is almost convinced. He's got pretty low intrigue and pretty high diplomacy. So we're going to try bend the truth. He is convinced. Excellent. If we can get across the sea to Britain, hold that against the Mongols, that might be our best shot, to be perfectly honest. We're in 54 baronies now. I think we need 100 to get ourselves upgraded or increasing our quality. So yeah, we need to keep spreading that in the meantime. The legacy of Arthur Pendragon, because this will give us a claim on England, which, they're pretty strong at the moment. They do have some allies, but given we're allied with the Holy Roman Empire for now, we should be okay if we can get them to actually come and contribute to this war. Our forces are still incoming. During my afternoon stroll down the streets of Lyon, my son Antoine runs up to me. Father, they just started swinging at one another when he's interrupted by a high-pitched shriek, turning our attention to the fight down the street. Combatants appear to be a couple of young lads from my court, circling each other in preparation for another tussle. Oh good, Antoine is irritable. So great. Oh, we're getting the Femme Hand perk, wonderful. Not that we're doing much to do with Dread, but it's nice to have another perk nonetheless. At this rate, the Crusaders are going to be wrapped up very quickly indeed. Oh my goodness, hello. Seva, you are Amazonian, powerful, healthy and strong. Seva has a sublime female physique. And you're married to a dwarf. That is an interesting mix. This feels like a Game of Thrones kind of thing. You're an astute intellectual. You know what? I'm going to change over to you. I think you'd be a fun person to have as my beneficiary. You seem like a fun person, and you like us, so it'd be good to have you on side. And having I don't know if they're incompatible, but having a group of Amazonian dwarfs would be quite funny. I don't think we're going to actually be able to get this land for ourselves, though. So it kind of feels like to me this battle is nearly over. Which is a shame. We took a little bit too long to get down here. The Holy War for Duchy of Capo is done. It's good because that gave us the money we needed at the time. The first time it happened, I barely even gave it a moment's thought, but my vassal camp pattern has grown bolder. His challenges no longer pass unnoticed among my vassals. He is sticking to my limits. The others are sure to follow unless I give him a taste of his own medicine. Interesting. You are stubborn, honest, and vengeful. See if we can just outwit him. I suspect we won't be able to. The issue camp pattern brought up used to make me look bad, but now the tables have turned. Every time he has raised a subject of concern, I have skillfully shifted the blame back to him, or made him seem petty for even bringing it up. Now he remains quiet, eyes cast low. Excellent. You're going to promote my legend for me, my man. I will send you some gold. Not that much, though. I just want more legend promoters as best possible, please. The more legend promoters we can get, the better. Oh, he's promoting our legend, wonderful. To the Serene King Cadarvan of Brittany, I propose a betrothal between my half-sister and your nephew, Edward Leon. You're of Galicia. How far are you down the line to take over? You're second. Although you could well have more children. We'll accept that because in future we might be able to knock out some of the kids of Galicia in order to keep pushing forward. Right, how's the legend looking now? Still in 54 baronies, but we're getting more and more legend promoters, which is wonderful. Betrothed can marry. Okay, this won't result in an alliance. Don't need a grand wedding. That'd be unnecessarily complicated. Can you also promote my legend? No, you can't. What can we do instead? We can befriend you. Although it's going to take quite a bit of time. Okay, the crusade is over. I didn't really get a chance to participate. St. George has granted King Domingo victory in the Crusade for Valencia. This is a glorious day for all true followers of the cross. I think we got a little bit of money there, not a huge amount. Yeah, we really didn't do much there. Fine. Well, it's good to have a Christian ruler down here in Valencia. So let's disband our troops to save some money. My niece Arnor has given birth to a son who is handsome. I'm not going to say that name. Let's give something a little bit more pronounceable. Salomon, sure. I don't know if, to be honest, if he'll ever really get a look in at things. You want a board game? No, sorry. He's upset with me. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it. We can negotiate alliances. Not that I really need to. I'm gonna wait till this war this internal war in Wales is done, and then we can push forward. Really, I care about England More than I do Wales at the moment. The Mongols are on their way, which they most certainly are. We need to be ready for them. I haven't really explored much of the kind of Far East Asia content yet. I probably should do that at some point. Navarra's getting pretty strong as well. Okay. Well, we'll befriend you anyway, because you might be able to promote things for us anyway. Still in 54 baronies, haven't spread further just yet, but we can now probably invest in putting our courtiers back. I'll come to that in a second. I'm going to put my court poet back on to extol domestic legend. Same with our court musician. Costs a little bit of money, but we've got money to spare at the moment. I'm discussing shadowy rumours with my vassal, Countess Dubessa, and my vassal, Duke Kundmail, when I realised that Dubessa is entirely lost in regards to the subject. Trying hard to not make out to be a fool, I freeze when Duke Kundmail asks either of us to explain a thing to him. We can still try and make friends with her, that's fine. Try claiming the Duchy of Berry. See if anyone else has any better claims. Looks like it will be the Duchy of Berry regardless. But you've got Burgundy as a friend. Which makes that a much less attractive option. You can hold court, let us do so. Sometimes get some good benefits from it. Before me stands Count Huges of Sens, his head hung low. My king, Sens has been hit hard by the recent raiding and looting. The people are starving, our fields are not recovering, and our livestock is not enough to survive anymore. We beg you to intervene and to save your devoted subjects with your great magnanimity. Magnanimity, even. Are you promoting my legend? You're not. You can have tax relief. Yeah, you can have tax relief. That's fine. We have a hook on him, so we might be able to use that in future. Mayor Anfos comes forward, proceeding with mild caution. Your Grace, my city grows rich by our boastings with the trading ships which ply the havens along Brittany's coast. We made our town, and you prosperous and deserve great influence over Bruges. No, I'm sorry. I prefer to get the mercantile charter. I'm faced with Michael Mabdelian de Rennes' sad eyes, which grow larger and more pitiful, as his kinswoman Constanza gently ushers him towards my throne. Highness, she laments, the boy's been in Patton's court with no one to watch over him since the death of his dear papa. Please look to his future. What can be done with such a child? We will find him a home, that's fine. That wasn't too bad to deal with. No major issues or anything like that. So our court grandeur is up at 10, which is wonderful. You guys aren't in range, helpfully. I don't know how we can change that. We'll have to see. We've got 4 years to expand the realm a little bit further. Hopefully we can do that with Wales, should we need to. Considering my life's deeds, it is only natural that others should respect me. I'm convinced Countess Dubessa has commissioned a thing or two which fills her with pride. Perhaps I should commission a small poem, comparing our deeds to illustrate that we are both cut from the same cloth. She'll be mightily impressed by my feats. I'm not sure, but we'll see. She's also infirm, scarred and disfigured. I don't know how much longer she's going to be around, but we're going to keep befriending as many people as possible. To keep growing our legend as best we can. Are you actually promoting our legend? You're already spreading the legend, fine. I always forget we can give you directive. Build some economic buildings, please. You can get a cheap gift, you're not getting an expensive gift. 250 gold will be a lot. Looks like the war in Wales is over. How many bits can I take here? Defed, Ceredigion, and the Principality of Deheubarth. So I need to look at Gwynedd and Powys now. Powys is held by England, but Gwynedd I might be able to grab. Tuition of Antoine is at an end. He is pretty decent. With his coming of age, my tuition of Antoine is at an end. As an active and enthusiastic child, it is no surprise that Antoine has done well in his studies of war and combat. It is impressive to see such skill in someone so young. He displays a level of insight that's rare even among veteran commanders. Oh, he is pretty good. Don't ask him to join the Holy Order, that would be silly. Not that he would say yes anyway, because he doesn't appear that God would be his calling. You'd be a good master of the horse. Sure. You can be our master of the horse, that's fine. Do we declare war on Wales? Possibly. Praetorian Guard, yes, that's more prestige for us. It's another 12%, which is not bad at all. Still very much concerned about the Mongols over here. West Slavia seems to be doing its best to kind of push them back. I'm not sure how successful they're really going to be. My efforts didn't get closer to their best have proven challenging in no small part because of the pressure she's struggling to deal with. Perhaps it would aid me in more ways than one if I were to ensure her a day by herself, where she can get her mind off governing matters by attending a play in the castle town of Barony of Dundeglan. Dilgan. Yeah. Although we are now overrun by stress. I think we are. Oh no, we're not rakish. We'll manage. We'll gain a little bit of extra stress, but I think we'll manage. Excellent, we befriended you. Which means you can do a wonderful thing and promote our legend for us. Thank you. I want to start getting some people down in this part of the world to assist. You're already spreading our legends. What about you? You might accept. I'm going to spend not that much money. We'll just ask you anyway. You might not say yes. Send you gold. Doubt we can ask the child. I'm not going to send it to you because you may not even set. But let's try to start befriending you. Oh, it's going to be a bit harder. We'll start off with swaying you and then move to befriending later on. Good. 3 more legend promoters. Is there going to be enough? I don't know. Because I feel like... yeah, we're not in range. Which I don't know what that means for us, really. We can complete it. We would get a press claim on England, but it would be nice to increase the quality if we could. Although if needs be, we might just complete it straight away. And make a big push on England. England, however, has a lot of money at the moment. Do we make the push now for England? You're only allied fairly locally. I feel like we might want to do some drastic measures given we're about to push in. We'll not be pushing it into England, but hopefully we're going to have to push into England because the Mongols are bloody terrifying and don't appear to be slowing down. In fact, they're pushing into the Persian Empire over here. The horde approaches. Do we make this push now? If we finish this legend, this might be our only chance to do it. But the Holy Roman Empire is not attacking anyone else. I don't know. For now, we'll hold off a little bit, at least for a second or two. But I should start holding money back. Because I feel like we're going to need it. Yeah. And if we complete this now, we should gain some benefits, and it is costing us money. We would get a press claim on England. And our children would also pick it up. With a 50% chance to gain access to the Legendary Palace option. We're going to do it. The Book of the House of Leon. Here is the end of the Book of King Cadovan and his noble family. Leon, whose fame and legitimacy is known across the whole land. And here is the end of the legacy of Arthur Pendragon. Cadovan's legend culminates in a marvellous adventure. His great deeds of arms were such that all kings had wonder thereof, and many nobles and commoners came to his encounter, for they wished to see the legend in the flesh. And here it was written, Brest, 28th of August, 1260 AD. So that should give us a claim on England, right? Yes, a pressed one. We could start another legend. I don't think that's entirely wise. Ooh, this will give us a claim on every existing de jure title inside of Francia. That's also pretty cool. We'll probably come back to that one if we need to. But I think it's time for us to go to war. with England. Now this is going to be a tough old one to do. We are going to bring in the Kaiser. He better bloody accept. We're also going to call in dynasty members. The whole works here. Maybe not count Cador, but we can bring in the other two. We can bring in one of them at least. Okay, that's good. We don't have much renown, but we will if we take this. Raise all armies. And we're going to head for England. Now, England are going to be a tough nut to crack. So I imagine they've just hired some mercenaries. I think they have. But that has culled their money somewhat, which is good. We're going to head straight over to Cornwall. And we'll work our way up from there. This is going to cost us a lot of money just to cross the channel. We can also produce a book to commemorate our legend, which we're not going to do because it costs 400 gold. And we can't really afford to do that at the moment. I'm going to... Do we have the thing which allows us to get money for hooks? No. We're going to switch on to wealth focus. I know we're kind of switching between tons here, but I need the monthly income. And hooks are very powerful money generators. And here comes the Holy Roman Empire. This is why I had to make this push now before we lost our connection with the Holy Roman Empire. We could also lower our court grandeur. That's probably also causing us a lot of losses of money. I know it gives us some meaningful benefits. But I'm going to actually knock things down a little bit. Because at the moment we are way above what we're supposed to be. And that will save us a couple of coins per month. We can always bump that back up afterwards. We've got another plague. Wonderful. It's not great timing, I'll be honest. This is typhus, which is not great. Hopefully that won't become a problem. Radical action, very well. That's a failure. We all knew the risks. You're forgiven. This is a major epidemic. Hasn't started spreading yet. Please don't leave your troops in there. It'd be very silly to do so. Okay, we can't push through there. I possibly should have landed up there instead, but hey ho. I don't mind about Wales at the moment. I'm now pushing to England. We're making a push for the Empire of Brittany. Sorry, the British Empire, I should say, not the Empire of Brittany. Hi there. I think we can take you on. Chances are even. It's not great. I was kind of hoping the Holy Roman Empire troops would arrive, which I think they are now. Good. So we've got a nice big fight straight away here, which we should win. Purely just off numbers. That will give us a big early boost down here. The big fight in Cornwall. They do have the quality over us, but we've got the numbers over them. So that's fine. Is my son a knight? He almost certainly is. We've had way too many of our heirs die to this. Let me just ensure that that he's not fighting. I know he's good. You're going to be forbidden for now. I don't want to have to try to find a new heir in the meantime. So I don't think our second son, Budik, is as good. No. But this will be a big first fight for us. How's this fever doing? It's starting to spread. Mostly in the Low Countries. Interesting. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. We might want to isolate the capital if it's a major epidemic. That's given us only 14%. It's better than nothing. Would you be ransomed? No, you won't. Fine. I mean, that's a pretty good initial win for us. Well, again, whether we wanted to have started down here in Cornwall, I'm not entirely sure. I'm hoping this fever will also affect them as well. I will probably isolate the capital preemptively. And enter seclusion. Just for safety. And we're going to slowly work our way up the West Country. The Ealdorman Desmond has given rise to the Populist faction. That's not too bad. You are more of a problem. You're nearly dead, though. Arranged marriage. You don't have any kids, do you? I don't think there's no one we can get an alliance with. That's unfortunate. Okay, that's that bit done. We're going to keep moving. Borough of Oakhampton, Totnes. We'll try Totnes next. So the more we can just push up the West Country, the better. Obviously, we want to go target the royal family over in Middlesex. But we can't do that just yet. Everyone is quite sick over here, which is also probably beneficial to us. It's probably the best time for us to be invading, actually. It's probably the family is not doing too well. The person has died or is dying. I can't afford the stress, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to be... You're gonna have to die of your own accord, unfortunately. I'm hoping we get a little bit more money in prisons here, just to help our finances a little bit. I mean, we're not losing too much, which is good. But it won't stay that way forever. But with our Holy Roman Empire friends, we're doing well. But this is why I had to push forward while we had our Holy Roman Empire friends, because if we didn't, we'd have had some serious issues. Okay, on to Wareham. It's probably our next stop, I think. Although we'll have to help here first, in Exeter, because I suspect that we can't get to Wareham until we've done that. We should now be able to get to Wareham without issues. We've lost a councillor, our spy master. You're a powerful vassal, you're a much better chancellor or steward, but I would much prefer to have maybe not my food taster as my spy master. I'm asking for trouble there, but hey ho. As long as we can keep him on side, that's the best thing we can do. Start with sieging down Wareham, which looks to be quite a tough location. Hopefully we can get some more fights done as well. How's the plague doing in the meantime? It's there, it's in Poole, but it's not yet in Wareham. It mostly appears to be in England and the Low Countries, not so much with us. Domester died. Gotta watch my stress levels. We may well push in. Because they're going to try to take these lands back. So if we can knock out more of their armies, that'd be good. 19 days left for the siege. Whereas we've got 4 months here. We'll continue sieging down Wareham. And then we'll come back to Totnes, I think. We certainly have the forces to take them on. But we can re-siege Totnes. That's not a huge problem, I would say. Betrothed can marry. This is our random courtier. Fine. I don't really care. Doesn't appear to concern us particularly. We can call in you. I mean, it's extra troops, so sure, come on board. Extra troops is extra troops, right? It's worth having. Our cousin was taken prisoner. Okay, that's so Germany should be fine. Maybe don't stand in the pool where there's issues with the plague. Just a thought. Also, taking out the siege, we definitely need to go down and fight. We don't have the ability to get any mercenaries. Inspired person can be sponsored. You want to write a magnificent book? How much do you require? 50 gold. Not at the moment. Maybe in the future. Let me just have a quick chat with His Popeliness down in Rome. Would you give us gold? Not at the moment because we're waging war with someone of our own faith. We might be able to in the future. I want to get this bounty of Wareham down there. We've been pushing through it for a long old time, and then we'll go attack these armies. Okay, we've taken another prisoner. Good. We're going to go attack. We're going to take the fight to them because I want to move these Holy Roman Empire troops away from this disease that they're encountering because it's not going to benefit anyone. And this will give us some more war score, I would imagine. Which is what we want, of course. They might try escape to sea. They're going to certainly try. If we can just get this big army here with us, that would change things in our favour. Once we get the other 10,000 in here, we should be able to swing things in our favour. Excellent. A little bit tough there initially, but another Battle of Cornwall swings in our favour. And we can retake Launceston, Oakhampton, Totnes. Is this plague over? It looks to be rescinding. So I will end our isolation. An emergency seclusion as well. Excellent, so that's another battle won. Let's retake Launceston and Oakhampton and Totnes. Won't take us very long, but it'll give us some more percentage. Dangerous faction. You want independence. You're in Meath. Is it just Meath? Meath and Leinster. Cecilia, our daughter. There's no one there we can marry for an alliance, unfortunately. What about you? You must have a son. There we go. You're possessed. You wouldn't accept this proposal, probably because she's too old. But I want to ensure you're okay. Cecilia's better, but we'll give Uliel away. She's our daughter. Or they could be inbred. I don't need this to be a long-term thing. I'm just trying to dismantle this faction as best I can. Because now they're too weak. Excellent. And in fact I can bring him into the fight if I want to. I would think I can. Although he might already be here with us. Call to war. Ah, no, he's a vassal, so we can't do that. Fine. Fine, let's retake Launceston. Tonnes is also being retaken, which is helpful. The fort of Tintagel is also being sieged down. And then we'll continuously move towards the really important bits in the southeast of England. Will this give us enough to make the Empire Britannia? I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Let's go help over here next to get this bit done. The nice thing about Cornwall is it's relatively isolated. And we can use that somewhat to our advantage. We're going to try and knock out these chaps again for more war score. One thing I do need to probably bear in mind though is that when I take over these lands, inherently people are going to hate us. We are Breton, we are Brythonic, they are not. Maybe Cornwall like us. I imagine that the rest of England will not. We're going to have a tough old time trying to convince everyone that we should be in charge. But if we can get ourselves up to the Empire Britannia before Cadavan dies, then we can be the Du Jure leaders, and that will help us out a lot. We will lose decisively, that's just because the rest of our troops haven't caught up to us yet. So once they do, that should be fine. Once everyone catches up in this fight, we should be able to swing the tide of things. Yeah. Again, a little bit of a tough initial fight, but now it's not too bad. We're up to 62%. Is there anyone we can ransom for money? We're running a little bit low on the old cash front. I don't know if I've really got any prisoners, to be honest. I've got 2 prisoners, neither of which can be exchanged for money, unfortunately. Then we'll carry on with Dorset. Maybe we'll leave Southampton for a while, because it looks like it's still under issue. We'll take Bath up next. We might not even need to go into England, the English kind of fortresses there, but that being said, we might get some good money from that. So it's certainly something we could consider. I'm just thinking, how close are we? We're not far away. We're at 76%. A couple more sieges, a couple more battles should swing things in our favour. We are starving, but we should be okay. They're still dealing with the plague issue over there. So they're going to go to Southampton. We can go and attack them there. I know there's probably a limit on how much war score can come from battles, but again, the less troops we have to deal with, the better. And they're going to struggle to get through there that quickly. I mean, we'll probably have to go and take that place back, but 48 days left here. How many days left on this siege? Looks like we'll get there just before they do. And then we'll push down. Looks like Winterstoke will be taken over by the army of Hainault. Wonderful. Up to 80%, which is pretty good. So the fort in Wiltshire looks to be quite high level. So that's something I have to bear in mind. I've got to watch my own attrition. But I'm willing to get this last siege in Bath done. Up to 93%. If I can get this fight done, I'll just have to catch them up and wait for my troops to support me, my allies. They've taken back Wareham, which is unfortunate because that's knocked down their percentage. But we can take that back, I imagine. Just need my allies to join me here. Stewardship perk, we will go for golden obligations because we could really do with the money. Whoever's willing to give me money, my vassal, yes please. I will not ask it of my son and heir though. I think that would be silly to do so. We'll then need to go retake Wareham. Because that should get us back to a pretty high percentage, I would think. That puts us back at 84%. 8 months again for the siege of Wareham is unfortunate. We're now at maximum war score battles. But we've dealt with the majority of their armies, so we just need to continue sieging down now as best we can. Okay, the siege of Wareham is now coming much quicker, good. My son Boudic has been asking me for Red Doll for a long time, and I told him I'll get him one for 3 months if he's displayed more focus in his studies. Content, fickle, or trusting? What are you about? You can... you can keep fickle, that's fine. I can't really afford to spend the stress at the moment. Siege Wareham should soon be over. We're at 100%. We're going to enforce demands. And if I look up, we should be very, very much more powerful. Look at that. We now hold a lot of Brittany. The de jure structure is very important to your vassals. Not being their rightful liege can be detrimental to your relations. Yes, indeed. We have expanded our realm. I upheld my oath. So that gives us popular opinion, which is very much needed. Legitimacy game. All these wonderful things. I've upheld my oath. We've also gained some artifacts. Holy nail. Is that the holy nail from the cross? It is. An elegant reliquary containing a holy relic, one of the nails from Jesus' cross. That should help with our piety and court grandeur bonus. Wow, we got a lot of things there. Excalibur, Head of St. Edmund, Al Hafir, Excellent Medical Manuscript, Wild Stag Hide, Renowned Boar Hide. Goodness me. Right, let me pop in here and have a look quickly. Masterwork headgear. I'll keep the Breton headgear for now. Weapon, armour, regalia. Oh, these are all in our royal court. Fine. Well, that's a lot of prestige. We can put that down. We'll probably put down Excalibur as well. This is great. Head of St. Edmund. Oh my goodness, these all give so much. Piety, yes. I'd love to maybe put down Al Hafir. Where's the nail of the cross? I'd like to put that down. Go there. We can't expand that anymore for the time being, but that's going to give us some benefits. Prisoners can be ransomed, which we will do, because I would like money in order to be able to push towards the Empire of Brittany. How close are we to the not Empire of Brittany, sorry, the Empire of Britannia? We need 13 more counties. And 800 gold. Wales, I don't know if they have 13 counties for us. But I'm expecting to have some huge issues with relations. So I need to get my vassal opinion up as best I can. Domestic affairs, I could do direct vassal opinion. Go to domestic affairs, please. Cultural acceptance. Just promote cultural acceptance in England generally, Middlesex. Because the cultural acceptance between the Anglo-Saxons and Bretons needs to grow as quickly as possible. Religious relations is probably good, but we'll keep you pushing to Wales for now. Control, train commanders, manage royal guards. We'll manage the royal guards for now. Disrupt schemes. You any good? Is my wife any good at diplomacy? Not really. She is most useful as a steward. And if I wanted to create my own independent empire, you hold 3 more kingdoms, but we do hold enough realm size for the Brythonic Empire. So what do we need? We need 980 gold. And 237 piety. We do that by going on some pilgrimages. So we need to start thinking about money as much as possible. Money and piety now. And we've got to hold the empire together until that point. Or hold the kingdom, because we've just taken over all of England. And we'll benefit. We'll get a bunch more levies from doing so. And taxes. But will they hold out long enough, Euro-wise, to accept us? I'm not sure. All these guys are not going to like us. I'm trying to up the cultural acceptance, the short reigns, etc. Over in courtiers, wet nurse, master of the hunt, master of the horse, court chronicler. Just trying to think if there's anything I can do here to make myself more popular with my vassals. High Almona, I would like some extra piety, please. Costs money, but that increases our piety a good amount. Do we have a good court jester? Not really. Executioner, I don't think we need. Caravan master, we should probably get an antiquarian. Oh, you really don't like us, my word. We're going to have a lot of angry vassals here. We might need to also reorganise the council. Not everyone is going to be an important vassal anymore. Steward-wise, who's our best important steward? Would we have a better spy master that can take this over? All our English important vassals of Essex, of Wiltshire, and Lancaster all are only good at diplomacy. It's not great. Can I start befriending people? I can certainly try. I might have to just buy my allegiance with artifacts or that kind of thing. Who's the most powerful out of you guys? I mean, presumably you're all quite powerful. Oh yeah, you're all really powerful. My daughter. We need to start marrying off as best we can. Do none of you have any sons? You don't, that's really unfortunate. Where are all your kids? Why do you have no kids? I mean, I know you're a leper, but still. You've got no sons. All my new important English vassals have no means of allying ourselves with them. That's really unfortunate. What are we going to do about that, I wonder? Let me just spend on my troops. Wales. Just thinking, can I just try and bring them in? I mean, Alba. Chris Claim. No, I mean, we're no longer at war. Mr. Pope, would you give us money? You're already wealthy. Am I wealthy? I mean, you know, I guess. You are no longer important, Count Jocelyn. I'm gonna give you an artifact. I might keep hold of that medical manuscript. The health boost will be useful. I'm gonna start giving away some of these boar hides. Although he can't actually accept it. Well, I'll give him just some random stag or boar hide. I'm concerned that we are going to have issues holding on to this, but I feel we had to try while we were allied with the Holy Roman Empire before the Mongols arrive. Either we push to make the Empire of Britannia, or we make the Brythonic Empire. Either or, we'll have to see. We will call things apart there. Lots of big changes. We're going to see next time what the actual consequences of that will be. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.